okay, people go into places like there was one prank, right, where this woman, she put a body camera on, and she was thick, and she was white, and she was walking through New York City. And as she was walking through New York City, she recorded all the cat calls and stuff that she got from men who were being pigs and trying to hit on her. I didn't like it, but I didn't have a problem with it because it did bring awareness to a problem. And it even made me reflect on how I talk to women or how I view women. No, I don't catcall them or I don't do the things that the men did in the video. But as a man, it made me more aware of how a man should be behaving around a woman, especially an attractive woman. So some experiments are good, but the experiments that Adam Saleh do are not good. Not only are they not good, they are provoking, and they are used for division and for hatred. Let me give you an example of one of his pranks that he did. He was one of the people that dressed up in he had like forgive me for not doing my due diligence finding out. I'm afraid to say what the wrong thing is, but he was wearing Muslim garb. That's probably not the right way to describe it. I apologize, but he was wearing like the robe and the head thing, the head wrap, whatever, and he was running around Central Park, having with a black duffel bag, throwing it by people, and then running away full speed as if he was a Muslim throwing a bomb at someone and then running away to try to escape the explosion. This is the type of man that I have no type of sympathy for. This is the type of man who I think should be arrested and should have been jailed for the pranks like that. There are other pranks that go on that I don't like there are pranks of white people and nerdy people, mainly white people, who go into quote-unquote the hood, go into impoverished neighborhoods and then say things. They'll walk up to a black dude walking by, right? Saying, hey, you want beef? And the black dude's like, what you talking about? He's like, yo, you want beef? I got beef, you want beef? So then the black dude's getting ready to put hands on him, and then all of a sudden he pulls a hamburger out of his backpack. I'm like, hey man, I was just talking about a hamburger. Do you want a hamburger? Are you hungry? Like, no, you don't play with people like that. You don't joke around like that. So what does this have to do with Adam Saleh being kicked off the plane? Well, Adam Saleh has done two notable pranks at an airline. The first prank he did was he was counting down from 10 to 1. Now this, of course, liberals and other crybabies try to defend by, what's wrong with counting? But he can't count, and you can't count. Listen, let me be clear. When you are doing anything and you're counting 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, when you get to 1, you are expecting something to happen. So don't play stupid, don't play games, don't act like you don't know that he was trying to scare people when he was counting down in his language. He was trying to count down in his language to scare people on the plane. There's a video of it. Him and his friend even warned him before they did it, because he had his friend do it with him.
What would ever happen if we count down in the plane? Count down, let's say like 10. No, in Arabic.
No, bro.
What?
So you kicked out what?
Kicked out of what?
Bro, let's
do it.
No.
It's a social experiment, you know what I'm saying? This is a social experiment.
Messed up experiment.
ها؟ ready? 10 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1.
Him and his friend, they were counting back and forth from 10 to 1. In forgive me, Arabic. Oh my goodness, forgive me. But they count down from 10 to 1. And he starts off, then his friend goes, but before they even start, his friend is like, this is so stupid. Like, this is idiotic. Because he knew what was going to happen. And he meant for it to happen. I am all for if people are being racist to call them out on their racism, but don't be doing this entrapment type stupidity. But that was only one thing that he did, one prank he did on a plane. Another prank he did on a plane was he tried to fit himself in a suitcase and board a plane in a suitcase. And those were just at airports. He's done other hoaxes, like had a police officer. In the video, Saleh and Sheikh Akbar argued with each other in front of a police officer wearing Western outfits, but the cop ignored them. A few minutes later, they fight again while dressed in Muslim clothes, but this time the cop stops them and behaves rudely with them. The video received 200,000 views on YouTube, and it was also picked up by the media. Public reaction to the video was against the police officer. Later, Saleh admitted that the video was staged to create previous events that occurred. So in other words, the police officer was even in on it. He purposely had the police officer get more upset when they were dressed in the Muslim garb. So don't tell me, oh, it's the ignorance of the races. No, this dude is ignorant, and he tries to draw these things out on people. So, and here's another thing. So this is another argument that I've been hearing too. On a plane, if I hear a white man, or any man for that matter, going 10, 9, 8, 7, the first thing I'll be doing is looking around like, what is he counting down for? Like what? He's not just sitting there like, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, tell me that you love me more. It's a different, way different out of context. So miss me with the dumb, oh, he was just counting, he can't count. No, and on a plane where people are afraid that they're going to lose their lives because an explosion can happen on a plane, anything can happen on a plane. No, you cannot count down like that on a plane. You can't. No. The answer is no. But this is astounding to me. How this man can do all of these pranks and all this lies that he's been proven to lie about. All of a sudden, oh, I was just talking to my mother on the phone and telling her how I loved her so, and then 20 random white people just got mad and wanted me kicked off of the plane. Lies. Lies, lies, and more lies. Delta even explained why they kicked him off of the plane. YouTube star Adam Saleh accused Delta Airlines of kicking him and a friend off a plane for speaking Arabic. It was Arabic, okay? Got the language right. On Wednesday, but now the company says the real reason Saleh was removed was because of an attempt to disrupt the cabin with provocative behavior, including shouting. This type of conduct is not welcome on any Delta flight, Delta said in a statement about Saleh and his friend's removal, while one, according to media reports, is a known prankster who was video recorded and encouraged by his traveling companion. What is paramount to Delta is safety and comfort for our passengers and employees. It is clear these individuals sought to violate that priority. Saleh has gotten onto planes before with the intent to disrupt, make people feel uncomfortable, and to scare them. Saleh is also the same person who, dressed in Muslim garb, had a black duffel bag, threw it at people that were sitting at a park, minding their business, and then running away, making them think it was a bomb in it just for a joke. He's the same guy who staged a racist moment where a police officer was really mean and rude to people dressed as Muslims, but was really nice to them dressed in normal clothes, all made up by his deception and his lies. Please miss me on the feeling bad for this scum who should be banned from planes, period. People are losing their lives due to Islamophobia. People are being uprooted out of their, yes, all of these prank social experiments need to be stopped and arrested. I agree. People are afraid that they may get kicked out of the country due to Islamophobia. And you're going to tell me the champion that you want to gather and rally behind is the guy who perpetuates Islamophobia? Guess what you do when you run around with a black duffel bag dressed in Muslim garb, screaming Allahu Akbar before throwing a black bag at people? Guess what that does? That creates Islamophobia. So please don't try to make an argument for me that this bastard deserves any kind of sympathy for the games that he plays. It's no different than when people go into the hoods with like, oh my gosh, what was it? There was one where this guy went into the hood, or the neighborhood, the hood, and he had a calculator or whatever, and he was like, he kept using it like in a way like, oh, you want beef, or and then every time the guy would grab and get ready to punch him, he'd pull up the calculator, oh, I've been just asking this, or oh, I just want to know if you wanted beef because I got a hamburger. Like my God, I wish in every single case they would have gotten beaten up. And you know what would have been cool is if one of them would have gotten killed. That would have been cool because it would have taught you stop playing with people. There are real Muslim attacks going on. A guy just drove with a truck and killed 20-something people in Berlin, Germany. manhunt for him, driving a truck. Fireworks are going off at a fireworks plant, killing 20-something people. There are real things people are really scared about. We don't need no idiot who's trying to go viral with YouTube videos, making himself get popping at the expense of other people. I challenge anyone, and I mean anyone. If you want to come on the 5 o'clock channel, 5 o'clock shadow, today at 5 p.m. and discuss this with me, I am more than inviting, and I am more than welcome to have you on the show. Because this is utterly ridiculous. Do I, you believe anybody but a Muslim? No, I believe white people who are sitting on a plane trying to get from A to B over a guy who is known to incite and to provoke people to emotions by lies and deceptions. So yes, I believe them over Adam Sandler. I wouldn't believe Adam Sandler as far as I can throw him. He already had to come out and say, oh yeah, the whole entire thing with the cop being racist was staged. He staged this. So, no, I don't believe that, I stage all this stuff. I have a history of staging all my stuff. I am famous and known for staging stuff and lying and making people feel uncomfortable because I'm Muslim and using the fact that I'm a Muslim to scare people or to create more Islamophobia. But this time, I was just chilling, talking to my mom on the phone. Miss me with your dumb stuff. You're an idiot if you believe this guy. Take a quick break. We'll be right back on